Mama's on the mic, let's roll this ride. Betty's got the vibe, bringing that sweet collide. Sean's spinning dials, making magic here. Broadcasting on a bus where the fun is clear. Rise and grind, let the morning show shine. 7 to 10, we're rocking the time. Tuesday to Friday, feel the beat align. Big Mama and Betty with a one-of-a-kind design. Hit snooze twice, but you're tuning in still. Catch the banter hot like a coffee refill.
Oh, there it is. Give me some coffee.
Sean's in the back with the radio glow.
Yeah, he's got that glow on.
The party on this bustin' show.
What's up, baby?
Wheels on the road, laughter on the air. This crew keeps rolling like they just don't care.
Come on.
Big Mama got jokes, Betty got sass. Sweet morning energy, nothing's gonna surpass. Rise and grind, let the morning show shine. 7 to 10, we're rocking the time. Tuesday to Friday, feel the beat aligned. Big Mama and Betty with a one-of-a-kind design.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to it. It is an amazing Tuesday, April 8th, 2025. How are you doing today? I hope you're having an amazing day as we get started and get ready to have one amazing show. Good morning, Betty.
Good morning. Hello, hello. There we go.
All right, there you go. I knew you were going to need that.
I was just going to guess.
How was your weekend?
It was great. I don't remember most of it, but yeah.
I remember all of mine. What an amazing, I've never worked harder. I had a great time hanging out with so many people.
Yeah.
I mean, the Bobby Holloway tournament was a huge success. The St. Francis Gala was a huge success. There was just so much. The SHRM, which is a HR event. I mean, 300 people strong inside this place.
Really?
Learning all about HR, and all I'm doing is like, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Alico Arena. At your SHRM event, please welcome your next speaker. I don't even, you know what's funny is I don't even understand why they even have me on stage. It would be much better to have me like off stage.
In the back, yeah.
Like at an award show. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise.
Yeah.
Right.
Coming to the stage now.
Right, it's going to happen. One day.
You'll be like those awards for sure.
All right, what else do I got for you today? Today's National Empanada Day.
Oh, I love making empanadas.
Right, I know you do. That's why I told you. It's also Zoo Lovers Day and All Is Ours Day. By the way.
All is ours day. All is ours day.
All is ours day. It's all ours.
Like everything's mine.
That's mine.
And yours.
It's
and
ours.
yours.
It's ours. Yeah. Oh. Teron Noah Smith, the cute little kid from Home Improvement, turns 41 today.
No.
John Lennon's son, Julian, is 62 today.
What?
Steve Howe of Yes and Asia turned 78. Darlene Gillespie from the original Mickey Mouse Club turns 84 today.
Oh, my goodness.
And Peggy Lennon of the Lennon Sisters is 84. And if you know who you are old, bro. So there you go.
You are old.
Right. On the reels.
Aww.
By the way, so I'm doing the awards. You know, we're gearing up for the awards. All the boats are starting to come in for the Bobby Holloway, right?
Yeah.
And there it is, hood fishing. He fished a tournament. Hood fishing, the hood fishing guy. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, he's in jail.
No, he's not.
Tarpon?
Hood fishing. Not the Captain Horner guy.
Oh, okay.
Hood, you know who hood fishing is? The guy who teaches you how to crab with a chicken wing.
The chicken wing guy.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, that guy.
I thought my mind was on the greatest boat captain of the planet.
We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk. Not much though. It's old news at this point, but not really. It's continued to be a big story with over 16 million views. We'll talk about it here in just a little bit. When Florida goes crazy. That's coming up. Plus your Florida Gators. I'm going to celebrate them for you today. All going to be great. But stop before you put a sausage in your mouth.
What?
Wait. I know what you're going to be thinking. And maybe last night you were sitting there and you were eating one.
We had sausage on the weekend.
Oh, no. Federal inspectors have announced the recall of approximately 22,672 pounds of Johnsonville bacon cheddar bratwurst from consumer reported finding hard plastic in the product, according to the U.S. Department of Agriculture, Food Safety, and Inspection Service, which, by the way, is FSIS. The recalled bratwursts were produced on February 5th, 2025, and packaged in 19-ounce sealed trays containing 5 sausages. These packages are marked with code B9FOD and display the establishment number 1647. The Michigan, Minnesota, Ohio, Tennessee, Virginia, and Wisconsin. The retailers in Georgia, Indiana, Kansas, Kentucky. What'd you say?
I ate an entire pack. I'm fine.
Yes, he did.
Right.
And he's like, that's the only one you
Did
buy.
you eat Johnsonville?
Yes.
Yeah.
And he made a big deal about it at Publix, too. He's like, you don't get it from that aisle. You have to get it from the freezer. It has to be the one in the container. And it has to say Johnsonville. I'm like, he made a big thing about it. See? Now you're going to die.
They make 2 kinds of cheddar brats. And they face each other.
Bro, are you telling me real quick that you put a Johnsonville cheddar wood brat in your mouth this weekend?
A whole pack.
Bro.
Like
A whole
4
pack.
at
They're
least.
delicious.
That's what he grilled.
No
I
wonder,
miss them. I'm
no
thinking
wonder,
about having them myself, actually. They sound delicious.
no wonder Sydney was sick.
My dog had the shits all day. Yeah.
That's what it's from. Now you know. Ladies and gentlemen, so be careful when you're having those.
There was no plastic.
When you're eating a brat, you just got to be nervous. You know what I'm saying? You gotta,
What?
I'm just kidding. I love them too, bro. I'm just like you. Just so you know. No. You're ahead of the game there. Don't get ahead of the game there. Why are you always trying to cheat out of the game, bro? No, I said stop it. You're getting ahead of my story, bro. I don't want you to do that. China slammed President Trump's tariffs yesterday, while Trump himself remained defiant in the wake of cratering world markets. In fact, Trump threatened to impose an additional 50% tariff on China if the nation doesn't withdraw the 34% tariff it slapped on U.S. goods, matching the penalty Trump imposed on Beijing last week. That would bring the tariff rate for some Chinese imports to more than 100%. Additionally, all talks with China concerning their requested meetings with us will be terminated, Trump wrote on Truth Social. So, no. You know what's funny? Let me ask you a question. I'm going to ask you a question.
Yeah.
And I want your honest opinion.
Okay.
Do you think the market is slumping?
The housing market?
No, the stock market.
I don't.
Do you watch it?
No, not really.
Do you watch it? Do you see what the news is saying at all?
No. What are they saying?
So the news is saying the market's we're in the beginning of a recession and da. But before you do that, I'd like you to do me a favor. I'd like you to go to your stock app. Everybody that's listening and watching right now, I just did this. Go to your stock app. Hold on, I'm getting a message from
He's looking for the charts.
No, I don't. Go to your stock app. And then go to the Dow Jones, and then click on 5 years, and then go back. So go back to 2020.
Are they trying to con us?
No, I'm trying to tell you that if you go 5 years, you just click 5 years. That's all you got to do. Click the past 5 years, which is the past year and pretty much all of the Biden administration.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? We are up 14,000 points. If you go over 10 years, we're up 19,000 points. So understand that the market
that doesn't make any sense then.
Right. We are way higher than we were ever before.
From 23,000.
But things do cost more.
37.
So that's where the everyone talks about inflation and the whole process. And I'm not an economist, so don't ask me to actually be an expert on it. But when I saw this, I myself wanted to share it so that I could say, hey, now go look for yourself before you believe everything the media tells you. So do you know who the ESPN host Stephen A. Smith is?
Yes, I actually do, believe it or not.
How do you know? Come on, what do you know of Stephen A. Smith? I want to know what you know of him.
What I know of him?
Right.
Not enough. I just know that I've seen him on there. That's all I know.
Sean, any idea who Stephen A. Smith is?
The guy on ESPN.
Only because I said ESPN host?
Probably.
Right? You have no clue, correct?
He can do anything.
Student.
Huh?
a very good student.
Why do you feel like you're not a sports guy,
He's
right?
that round table guy that wears the blue, the light blue suit and the red
ESPN
tie.
host Stephen A. Smith said he is leaving all the doors open to a potential, ready for this, presidential bid, and his name has been mentioned as a potential
Shut up.
unconventional choice
But yet
in
nobody
the
knows
Democratic field in 2028. Exactly. That's my point. Yes, everyone who's a sports guy knows who you are, and you talk about something real quick. Hold on. I'm going to get into it real quick after reading the whole story. After appearing at the National Association Broadcaster Convention in Vegas, Smith posted an article about the speculation and wrote on X, "Time to stop messing around. Life is great, especially at ESPN Disney. Hate the thought of being a politician, but sick of the mess, so I'm officially leaving all doors open." So this guy has decided he's going to be a presidential candidate.
Yeah, me too.
Right. That's the point being that, like, you got to put somebody up who people know. That's what it is. Like, and man, if you talk about and it's something somebody said something to me the other day, and they talked about the fact that anytime you go to politics, you stay away from it because it's the no fun zone. But what happens when you stay away from it and don't just cover it honestly, then people don't get the truth. You know, there's this whole thing going on locally right now in Southwest Florida. And what's funny is, here's the deal.
Yeah.
So they're talking about making them everything single member districts. And it's all backed by a political
Hoopla.
powerhouse. Let's just call it a political powerhouse.
Okay.
There's a consulting firm that has a bunch of candidates that they've got elected. They all feel loyal to that person, and they're like a little club. You know, they all vote together, stick together, and do this little thing. And the problem is if you're in a political club, if you are in the political news or the political world, okay, if you are that's it. I'm going to take that back. That's it. Or if you're a politician, then you know about this. But if you're just an average voter, you have no clue. No clue. The 95% of people have no clue how the politics work locally at all. 95%. And there's no way to educate past that. And I'm speculating that number once again. I'm not an economist or a statistician. But I'm speculating on this just based on what I know.
Yeah.
When you go to these events and people get on a bandwagon about something, like during the last one I ran, it was all about getting books out or whatever it was. I don't see critical race theory. And I'm like, it's already been eliminated. But we had to talk about it at every one of those clubs because that's what they wanted to hear.
Because you got to scare people.
It's just ridiculous
On both sides.
and so I'm up on the wagon whether or not I'll cover it anymore. I may be moving away from it, but only because the Dodgers White House visit, Clayton Kershaw presented President Trump with a number 47 jersey at the team celebration. Thank you for the jersey. A Supreme Court rules that Trump can deport illegal migrants using historic wartime act. Someone tried to stop it, but in a 5-4 ruling overturned a lower court's decision, barring the Trump administration from invoking the Alien Enemies Act of 1798 to deport alleged Venezuelan gang members. As a result, Obama-appointed U.S. Judge James Bossenberg, March 15th, ordered that he temporarily block deportations under Trump's location, but basically the Supreme Court has overruled.
Ooh.
And Tiger Woods' impact on the Augusta, Georgia is expanding beyond the 5 Masters victories. Woods' course design team is collaborating with the Augusta National Golf Club to revitalize the local Augusta Municipal Golf Course, also known as the Patch. Augusta National is funding the renovation with core architects, blah, 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 blah. But there you go. Everyone's getting excited. The Masters is always a big deal.
Yeah.
You ever been?
No.
Are you into golf?
Is anybody really into watching
Yes.
golf? Like,
And-
just
and-
watching it?
And I'm going to tell you something that you should do is
Drink.
go to the Masters. I've never been, but I'd go because it's an event.
Yeah.
It's a festivity. It's everyone that's anyone goes to the Masters.
And you get a fancy green jacket.
What's funny is the place I used to work.
Yeah.
That whole place would go to the Masters, and they own radio stations in Augusta just so they can get passes.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So you plan your whole life around this?
They do,
That's
not
important.
me, not necessarily me. I mean,
Yeah.
I am kind of, hold on.
Kind of a big deal.
Right. Did I get this? I did get it. All right. I just got to go put it in. Stand
All right.
by.
So just so you know, we do have both of the X link, and I see Sean shared the YouTube link on the Facebook. So share away.
Come
We're
on and
trying to
join
find
us. Good morning, everybody. Good to see everybody. Selena, it's nice to see everybody listening and watching on the Joshua Tree stream. There we go. Powered by SJC Technology. Look at that. I like that little thing, bro. That's pretty sweet. You're doing a good. Sean does so much behind the scenes. That's why I love that he's actually in the song. Like, I mean, it's important. It's important. I got to get you that right. I got to get you that ready with a white out front. I'll work on it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the wait is over. After 18 years, Florida basketball is back on top, and March Madness has finally come to an end. Following a heart-stopping 65-63 victory over Houston Cougars in the 2025 NCAA Tournament Finals, the Florida Gators have won their third national championship in program history. How about that? What do you think about that? Did you see any of it? Not a drop, did you?
No.
Good
I didn't
Lord,
even know
girl.
it was happening.
What do you mean you don't know? It's a Florida. Now listen, I'm not a Gators fan. All right, everyone should know that. Out of all the Florida teams, it's the one I like the least. All right, I'm sorry, Gator fans. I know you don't want to hear that right after you won the national championship, but nevertheless, it is the one that I like the least. So, with that being said, I didn't want to leave you out, though. I didn't want to be like, oh, I'm not being very pleasant. I want to see if I had the clip of it, but I don't.
I knew something was up when my friend was covered head to toe Gator stuff and blue and orange everything. I was like, what's going on?
Right, absolutely.
That's the thing. Casper loves your voice, Big Mama.
Oh, I love it. I love that too.
That's probably why Sydney hangs out in here.
Right. It's all good though. I wanted to get the final call, but I can't find it without watching 14 minutes worth of videos. So with that being said, with that glory happening and Gators winning, I wrote a song about it. Enjoy. We'll play a little bit for you.
Breeze rolled in like fire on the floor. Florida spirit rising, screaming for more. Tip off lit the spark, the crowd went wild. Houston tried to roar, but the Gators just smiled. We chomped and we charged, we owned the fight. Gators in the swamp lit up the night. Houston fell hard cause we played too fast. Florida's champions, the crown will last. The court crackled fierce like a lightning snapped. We ran the breaks, they couldn't keep track. Every dunk, every drive, the crowd in awe. Houston's claws dug against a mighty jaw. Chomped and we charged, we owned the fight. Gators in the swamp lit up the night. Houston fell hard cause we played too fast. Florida's champions, the crown will last. From the boards to the line, Florida.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations to all the Florida Gators fans. I know you're stoked about it. There you go. Now you can move on with the rest of your life and move on, and we don't have to hear chomp, chomp, chomp. But you will see it all over your news feed today. Man arrested after woman whispers "help me" to an Amazon delivery driver in Florida.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
Right away.
Tell me.
A man was arrested and charged with felony battery in Florida after a woman sought help from an Amazon delivery driver who alerted police. Frank Mandolini, 43, was arrested on Friday after an Amazon driver called 911 to report while making a delivery, a female whispered, "help me" to me, according to the Indian River County Sheriff's Office arrest affidavit. Authorities responded to the address around 4:45 p.m. local time, and a deputy with a sheriff's office arrived at the home to find a woman who appeared to be in distress and had obviously red marks on her neck. Sitting on the front porch with Mandolini, the affidavit said. The woman told authorities that she and the Mandaloni had been divorced for 7 years, but were still living together as a family unit. Were lying in bed when she confronted Frank about his phone and tablet and accused him of using them to talk to other women or watching porn. The accusation infuriated Mandaloni, who then allegedly grabbed her by the neck, dragged her to the floor, and began choking her. The woman said Mandaloni only let her go when she began to lose consciousness and almost blanked out. Mandaloni later, while en route to jail, admitted to the deputy that he did choke her, but did not cause her to lose her breath. He also wanted the deputy to document he did commit the offense and he was being charged with. The affidavit said Mandaloni was charged with 1 count of felony battery, domestic violence by strangulation. He was taken to jail. Later, posted a $30,000 bond.
Jeez.
He is said to be arraigned on June 5th per court records and was ordered not to have any contact with the victim. This is not the first time he has faced charges of domestic violence or battery. He's also faced similar charges in 2020. However, those were later dropped and the case was closed. Court documents revealed that a female child was also present at the residence when authorities arrived, and the Florida Department of Children and Families have been notified of the incident, and an attorney for Mandaloni was not listed in court documents.
My God. What a mess.
But how about that driver being alert enough to know? And most of the time, you don't even see your.
I never see them till they're like running down the driveway.
You don't see your driver until after they've already rang the doorbell and ran away. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you do? It's crazy. You just gotta be. It's just crazy. All right. So this has been it, ladies and gentlemen. When Florida goes wild, this past week has been the most crazy. And Sean, you're gonna probably have to be pretty quick on your draw here, because there were not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 crazy incidents, and maybe I'm missing 1 or 2 that have happened in Florida over the past week, all caught on video. It's crazy to think. And everyone is aware of the first one. The first one is probably the one that has garnered 16 million views. It is Captain Horner losing his mind on this kid Gage. And here, you can play. You can unmute it and play the audio. You have it?
Yeah.
Play it.
Me too, bro. I'm out here all the time, bro.
I'm 300 days a year on the water.
All right, bro.
Every day, I'm the best charter captain you'll ever meet.
The best.
All right, bro.
Cuss me out.
Chill, bro.
So he jumps on his boat. Are you showing this?
Bumps the boat, yeah.
Okay, please,
Huh?
bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're just
bumps
gonna
the
lay on
boat.
this.
Please, bro. Bro, I'm a kid, bro. Please.
He's not a kid. He's
I'm
21.
sorry, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
You're gonna cuss me the
All right, bro.
in the middle of the
No, bro. Please, bro. Please, bro.
He's lucky that he
Okay.
jumped on someone's
Please.
boat that doesn't have a
I'm
weapon.
sorry, bro.
Everyone has said that.
Bro.
Yes, it was,
I
brother.
know I was here, but my buddy was on
Take
the
me
boat.
back to my fucking
Sir,
work.
I'm a kid, bro. Please, bro.
I don't care. You don't cuss me
Yes,
out.
All
and
right.
talk to me, mother.
Yes, sir.
You don't do it.
It's late.
I'm sorry, man. I wasn't like cussing you out,
Yes,
though, bro.
you were, dude.
I was driving the boat.
Did
Okay.
you not call me a
No, bro.
Yes,
that
you
was
did,
that was
motherfucker.
my friend on the. Okay, I'm
Okay.
sorry, bro.
That was your friend on the boat.
I'm sorry, bro.
You and I'll look at it and come
Yes,
on your
sir.
Dang.
Yes, sir.
Do
I'm-
it again and watch what.
It sounds like his buddy was trying
All
to
right.
talk sense into him in the end. It seems like he
So
did it before
there's
he jumped on
no-
somebody else's boat. though.
So
I wonder what the worst boat captain looks like. This is the best.
so
Wait, I'm interested.
is that the first time you've seen this video?
No, I've
All
been
right, I just want to
following
make sure.
him and stalking on his
and
reviews.
he since has been you know what I saw. So we were on air Friday and Sarah sent me this,
Yeah.
and I kind of was like, I don't do it anymore now. Like she sends me something, I'm on it. Like
Yeah.
I'm immediately on it. Like she sends me something, and boom, I am on it. So she sends me this, and then I immediately, when we get off the air, I go and like during my day, I'm watching the reviews.
Yeah.
And I went on. He was still at 4.9, had over 500 reviews, but they were already starting to roll in, and it went from 4.9 to 2.8, and then his page was deleted.
Yes, but there's still a place where you can find him.
Is there?
And I did share it because there was only one review on there. So I was just curious why,
Right. Why you're not taking this review play? Get it. Go get it, guys.
Yeah, I just shared.
So now, let me ask you a question. Is there any actions this kid could have done that would have and I'm calling him a kid, he's 21. This man could have done to justify those actions?
What he could have done is he could have protected himself.
No. Was there anything that you can think of that would justify Captain Horner jumping on that kid's boat? Nothing.
Never.
Right?
That's like you breaking into my house because you're mad at me.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
Ain't gonna happen.
Ain't gonna happen. Nothing like that. What if I told you that the 21-year-old had a run-in with the police that was at a marina where he was defiant and belligerent and arrested for being disorderly by the cop?
Not surprising. 21 on the water fishing. What's he doing?
Drinking.
Right.
Some beers.
Maybe that is his.
What if I told you that's the only fishing
anyway.
video he's ever posted in his life, and every other video he's ever posted was him rapping?
He wants to be famous. Yay.
Yeah.
But still, this happened.
What if he lured this in?
I don't know.
No,
I don't
all right.
think so.
All right, listen, I think that Captain Horner's crazy and in is wrong.
Yeah.
I just wanted to, I've had many conversations with many people about this.
This
and
guy's nuts.
a lot of people have brought up some very valid points. And so many people are so busy listening to Captain Horner that they don't hear what the kid Cage, I think is his name, says. So,
well, he's saying it was his buddy, but where'd his buddy go? He's not.
His buddy was there the morning
if your
before.
buddy, why is your buddy on your boat if he's got his own boat and your buddy doesn't just walk home from your boat?
right, he's not on there. He's all by himself. There is no other. He's saying it
Right.
was another guy. The argument started from another guy, which I believe. By the way, I don't believe that I believe that Captain Horner's in the wrong, or I'm sorry, Mr. Horner's in the wrong. He's no longer.
No, he's definitely in the wrong regard.
He'll never be able to be a
There's
fishing
more
captain
to
again.
it for sure.
Yeah, you don't board someone's vessel. Period.
Right.
I don't care if the kid's a rapper, if he's a clown, if he's a.
And you should have made a public apology,
matter.
not let your attorney do it. Let's get into Sarasota Susan. Do you know who Sarasota Susan is?
No.
No clue. Do you know who Sarasota? Now I didn't know either.
No.
But Sarasota Susan. Let's go to the second one. This is going to be like a lot. Yeah, this is the actual video. Listen to this lady and tell me what you think of this. You're gonna. All right, hold on.
Is she a Karen?
Yeah, Sarasota.
He'll be not matter. This sister, this bench, I donated because of my late sister passed away.
Okay, so my son just
Are we
set it
showing
there
these?
And he walked to the
Yeah.
bathroom and he'll be
It's just delayed.
back
Fine.
soon and we'll pick it up.
I'm asking if it can
Okay,
be
but now
moved.
you're attacking me because it's just sitting there.
No,
and my son will bring
you
it.
to be respectful.
Okay, well you're
Can
not
you-
being
can you
respectful
come
to ask.
around?
She was.
Absolutely not. No.
No, she was.
Come
What?
around. Look at
She
the plaque.
asked if it was okay, and you
This
said no.
bench-
Yeah,
Yes,
because
you
my
were
son
bothering
just
her.
set it down and he's
Yeah,
gonna
good.
come right back and pick it up.
And
It's
so-
really not that big of a deal.
It for other people it is like. So has your sister died?
No, my sister. I don't have a sister.
Okay, so you wouldn't know. Has your mother died?
Yeah, she's dead. And
Yeah.
my
Okay, so
father
if-
is also dead, and I am also a mortician, so I understand
I'm a
your
mortician.
grief that you
So-
probably have. But my son just set it down,
But-
and they can literally walk back and pick it right
but
back
she
up.
only asked you if it was okay if she
I
brought
asked if I
the
could
trash, if
respectfully
she could
move
get rid
it.
of it.
Yeah,
and
well,
that's
it's not
all she
it's not
asked,
your business
just
to
to
pick
get
it up,
rid of
though.
it.
I don't want you to go out of your way to pick something up when my
Well,
son just set it
it
down.
means something to her to
I
get
don't
rid of
want
it.
trash next to my sister's fucking bench.
Now you're
Bitch.
And that's
cussing at
it.
me.
Fuck you.
Don't throw that shit away.
All right. So you want to know what's happened now?
So why is she donating a bench that she doesn't want people to sit on?
Oh, it doesn't matter. That bench is no longer there.
Okay.
That bench has been removed and is gone forever, and the bench program has been terminated because of this woman.
Really?
And
Talk about ruining it for everybody.
I'm talking about ruining it for everyone. There you go. Sarasota ain't dealing with it anymore, so they removed her bench and terminated the program.
Why do people feel the need to tell other people what to do?
Right.
That's
This
my
lady
question.
is out of her mind. It's not your bench.
It's not your bench.
I just
so-
said it's not your bench. You should go get your money back. Boy, the lady was so respectful. I'd have lit that lady up. I'd have been first put my kid stuff down. If you throw it away, I'll call the police.
Yeah.
Like, you're out of your mind, lady. Get out of here. Get out of here. What's wrong with you? Like,
Have you had
all right.
people die? Yeah, everybody on the
All right.
on the
We're not
entire
done.
freaking planet.
We're not done. Have you seen the Xbox guy who gets caught with a half-naked man?
What?
All right, so
What is
Xbox
going
guy gets caught cheating. There you go. Gets caught cheating. Go there. This is crazy. All right. Okay. Yeah, woman catches her. All right. Wait, we'll let it play. We'll wait for the ad. I'll give the preface to this. So she's pregnant. They got 3 kids, and she can't find her husband. And then she finds his location at some random house.
Okay.
All right. So she shows up there. Is this an ad or
long freaking
No,
video.
that's not an ad.
10-minute video.
Is that it?
Yeah, this is it.
Yeah.
Why are we watching
10
this? Go out of
10
this.
minutes,
Find it
though?
somewhere else. I want to watch
Yeah,
a bunch of
we'll
Call of
find a
Duty.
better
And
one.
this is somebody trying to build something. Go to Reddit. It'll be on Reddit. Go upstairs to the Reddit one. Yeah, she'll have they'll have the there it is.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Unmute it.
Hang on,
Because it-
hang on.
This rock and roll.
This is great, by the way.
house is this? Whose fucking house is this, bro? What the fuck?
And by the way, there's no way this is staged. Now, who do you think's going to answer the door?
Her, the woman.
The woman.
It's her house, right?
Well, we'll find out.
Hi, is Brian here? Who's? That's his card. Who's?
I don't know, Brian.
That's my boyfriend. He's here and he needs to come out right now, or I'm calling the police.
You can't call the police. It's in my house. Bye.
Dude.
Dude.
Holy fucking shit.
Dude. By the way, I apologize in advance for your... Good morning.
I'm coming out.
Fucking
I want the
Watch
world
this.
to
Watch this.
know.
cheating on me with a gay fucking man. You're cheating on me with that fucking man, Brian? Are you fucking kidding me?
not, bro.
What the? Who is that? Who is that?
It's my friend from fucking gaming, bro.
You just fucked that guy?
No, it's my friend from
You
gaming.
just fucked that guy.
No, that's my
You
friend
just
from
fucked that
Xbox.
Oh my god, Brian, you just fucked that
That's
guy?
my friend from
Why
Xbox.
weren't you answering me?
Because I didn't have my phone on me. We were playing Xbox, bro. That's my friend from Xbox. Can you please just leave me alone?
Why does he have no pants on? You were just fucking him.
No, I wasn't.
You
I
were
was my
just
friend
fucking
from
him. You
Xbox.
were just fucking him.
No.
She puts this on the internet.
Pregnant.
Like, this dude.
I'm calling the
I feel
police.
bad
You're
for him.
gone. You're getting
Can we
evicted.
go?
You were just cheating on me with a man.
No, I wasn't.
You were just. This is going on Facebook. That man had no pants on. That's all on video.
No.
Oh yes, it is. You were cheating on me with a
Are you
man.
fucking fine, whatever, man. Can we go?
You are.
Fine, whatever,
done.
man. He's ready to
Okay,
come out
that's
now.
it, yeah.
He's finally ready to come out.
Whatever,
Yeah.
bro.
No wedding ring, though. So,
Yeah, they're
is he
just
married?
dating. They're dating.
You just fucked my boyfriend.
Oh, it gets better. It's not over, bro. No, oh, we're not done.
What? No, what happened?
We're not done, bro.
What happened? I'm pregnant. We have 3 fucking kids.
Not a thing happened here, okay? He's a friend. Screw.
Who are you?
I'm gonna call the police.
Call the police.
Get the fuck off my property.
Call the police.
By the way, who has a shirt that big?
Yeah.
Right?
It's a massive shirt.
Because he went and put some pants
Wait,
on.
it gets
He put some
better.
shorts
It's
on.
not over.
What? There's more?
What would make this video better?
Get off my property.
Here it is.
There he comes.
Here it comes. Bum, 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 bum. In his moo-moo.
No.
Taser.
He's chasing her down the street. And now he's in public property. Now
Now
he's in the
taser.
public. What is he going to do?
Get tasered.
Fuck out of here.
You enjoy his asshole?
Oh.
Oh, And then she grabs. And that's the end of the video.
That's her a little bit.
And then he reaches in the car. You can see his arm in this end of this video right there. So he'll be getting arrested.
He's got
for sure.
gonna be catching charges.
When Florida grows crazy.
What happened?
Have you seen the mooning protester?
No.
Mooning protester, Southwest Florida.
Stop it. Of course it's Southwest Florida. Why not?
And you got to put Southwest Florida. There's 100 of the mooning protesters. US 41 maybe.
Like they're showing their butts to everybody?
Oh, yeah.
I haven't seen that yet.
3 days ago. This is the
Where
one.
can I find them?
Nope, this isn't it. Go back. It may have been.
friend.
It may have been gone off the internet. Like you may not be able to find it now. Like
What street are they on? Asking for a friend.
Hold on, let me see if
Where
I
are
can
they
find
showing
the
their
mooning
booties at?
protester. I might have it in a message from Sarah. Let me see if I have it here.
Come on, Fort Myers. Let's get classy.
Right.
What were they protesting?
Pants. Underwear.
Oh, I'm so mad. I didn't
Get your
save it.
hands off my junk.
Right. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it on here. Mooning protester. I should have found this one before I sent it to you because this is. So this lady is. Here she is. So this lady went viral. Here, I don't know if I can share it to the messenger, but I will. Sean. Why are you not first on my list? I send you 100 videos a day. All right, I sent it to you on Facebook. This so it's a protester on 41. She's dropping her shorts, showing her naked ass in front of my grandkids. Classy. When are you allowed to do this? Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Here it is.
Let's see her.
Everyone, check my ass out as you drive by. I'm giving you a full shot here, baby. I'm giving you the full shot.
Look at this back.
I hope she got arrested.
Me. I'm protesting.
Not only should she be arrested, she should be put on the
you
sex
people are
offenders
the
list.
crazy ones.
That guy he got a close up. He's the one that served.
Everybody else is crazy.
Nobody wants to see your old ass. Put it away.
I'm the sane one. Everybody else is nuts.
That happened. And did you
Get
see
outta
the
here.
great rock interception in Margaritaville?
No. What is going on? Is there a moon, like an alignment or something?
So there's a bouncer in Margaritaville. This lady's losing her mind. Margaritaville. Yep, there. Just put Margaritaville.
Fort Myers, we're getting
get it right away.
classy.
There it is. Security guard went viral for interception. We could just watch their story. It'll play off. It'll tell you the story of this guy. So this belligerent woman at Margaritaville is losing her mind over something.
Margaritas on the rocks.
Listen to this.
And some people like to throw rocks. I'm your Fort Myers Beach community correspondent, Anvar Ruziev, and when I saw this viral video of a security guard here at Margaritaville in action, I had to meet him. Check out this video from June.
Here she is. Watch her. Watch. She throws the rock. Nope, I don't think so. He catches it.
Grabs a rock
Watch him.
and hurls it towards the other. But before it
Watch
hits
it. Watch
anyone,
slow-mo. Here it goes.
Security guard Christopher Owens snags it midair like he's in a superhero movie.
She decides to grab a rock. I don't know her intentions. She threw it into a group of people, and I just happened to, catch the rock. It hit my hand, and I looked at my hand, and I was like, did I just catch that?
And what makes it even wilder, that
It was
was
on video.
Chris's second day on the job.
But I was like, is this the kind of stuff that happens on the beach?
But don't let that fool you. Chris is a pro. He's been in security for over a decade, which explains his cool under pressure. The video blew up, over 1 million views in less than 24 hours. And suddenly, Chris was the guy that everyone wanted a selfie with.
He's like famous for catching the rock.
The resort honored him with a commemorative pin, a small token for a big catch. As for what actually happened, Chris says it started with a push, then escalated to the infamous rock toss. Lee County deputies say no charges were filed and no one was hurt, thanks to Chris's quick reflexes.
Right. Are you a superhero? No superhero gene here.
He's got a nice
just a
smile.
lot of. I'm a big Mets fan. a lot of watching Francisco Lindor at shortstop.
Chris tells me that since that second day on the job, there haven't been any cases like that for the last 8 months, and he hopes it stays that way.
Let's talk about the Karen. What was she complaining about?
Right.
She lost her top and everything. You saw that?
No.
They blurred out her boobs.
Right, losing her mind. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Those when Florida goes crazy, that is your weekend in review. I hope you enjoyed it.
People are crazy.
It is crazy. I mean, what makes you go so nuts? And here's the thing: is I woke up this morning to somebody I know on social media, losing his mind on the dude who's I will in a minute. So this guy, so I'm just gonna break it down. I'm not gonna put no names out there. So your girl decides she wants to go hook up with somebody else.
Okay.
All right. Supposedly your fiance. Okay.
All right.
Decides that she's going to go spend a whole night with some dude. All right. Now, whose fault is it?
Their fault.
Is it the dude's, the girl's, or the guy's fault? The extra dude in the thing, or
it's their fault. The other person doesn't know you. They don't care about you.
So it's not his fault. He's just taking what's thrown at him.
Yeah. It's like, bro, someone hands
This
you
guy goes on the
free
internet
money,
and
you
threatens
take it.
this guy. He's like, come see me, bro. Tags him in it, shares all the text messages. And I was like, this is what happens when you use alcohol and let social media be available
Now,
to you.
If that dude is your friend, yeah, he deserves to get called out and like destroyed. You know why? Because he knows you. He has a tie to you. Like that's just.
Why don't you just move on?
No, because this is way more fun.
Passion causes issues, bro. And I've always said this, the heat of passion crimes. When there's
those are
too
bad.
much passion. Oh, I got your book in the car, by the way.
Oh,
I
thank
meant
you.
to bring that in. Totally forgot. The heat of passion is something that causes so much drama.
Oh, that's the worst cases too.
Right.
Because people
You get
just lose their
pissed at your
mind.
loved one. That's when you really want to fight. Like let's get it in. Like let's fight it right now. Let's go.
Mm.
By the way, Melania Trump's wedding dress may have resurfaced at an unexpected place on eBay. Once valued at $200,000, the gown was recently listed for $45K. The listing includes 21 pics highlighting the dress fitted, dramatic mermaid style skirt. Blah 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 blah. There you go. Go buy it if you want it. A 14-year-old whiz kid develops an AI-powered app capable of detecting heart disease in seconds.
Wow. AI is the way to go, man. They're doing so many great things.
It is. AI is an amazing thing, and it used to be. It's corporate's enemy. It truly is. People can put anything they need to put into AI and get it back. You can.
Whoops.
You can put a contract. You can say, "I need a contract that says that my wife will bring me lunch every day for a year, and I need to make it legal and binding, and I'm gonna pay her $8 for it or whatever, and it'll put it all out for you. It's amazing.
It'll do anything.
Pictures, videos. There's nothing it won't do nowadays. 26-year-old man suffers stroke after getting a neck massage.
Oh, no.
A 26-year-old programmer from China narrowly avoided permanent paralysis after suffering a stroke following a vigorous neck massage. His last name Zhang, who often experienced neck pain from long hours at the desk, visited a local massage parlor to relieve the discomfort. During the massage, he felt a sharp pain in his neck, followed by a headache, but didn't think much of it at the time. The next morning, however, he woke up with numbness and weakness on the left side of his body. Along with slurred speech, he rushed to the hospital where he was diagnosed with an artery dissection, cerebral infarction. Thanks to timely medical intervention, including a bunch of other stuff and therapy, he's doing better and prevented permanent damage. But crazy.
From a massage?
Right.
How hard was that massage?
Massages, you have to be careful. You know what you have to be careful with? And I'm going to break down two of them for you. One is a neck massage.
Yeah.
Because you got to know what you're doing. All right? And number two is a foot massage. If someone knows exactly what they're doing on a foot massage, like they're a reflexologist and they know exactly, if you're not nice to them, he can make you crap your pants before you get home.
Stop it.
Oh, there's a lot of things you can do.
Really?
He or she, I'm sorry. Yeah, there's a lot of things. Reflexology in the feet is dangerous.
I thought it was just rubbing
You
my
can
feet.
induce labor by a rub down on your feet. Like if you're pregnant, you can legitimately induce labor by reflexology in your feet.
I've gone to that one over here on Del
It
Prado.
happened to Sarah.
Really?
Sarah,
Just by rubbing your
when
feet?
she went into premature labor, she had just got a pedicure at the Lakeland Coastland Mall or Lakeland Mall or whatever it was.
Yeah.
We were in Lakeland, and she even said like that was the weirdest foot massage I'd ever got, and then boom, she went into premature labor.
Really?
Right. She was pissed. She wanted to sue the place. She's mad. She blamed it on them, but she also had high blood pressure. She was fighting preeclampsia the entire time.
Preeclampsia is horrible. Yeah,
A cruise company celebrated the launch of its newest vessel in the most blocky way possible by lining up 1,391 Lego ships on its deck. MSC Cruise set a new Guinness World Record for the longest line of Lego boats aboard a brand new flagship, the MSC World America, during the ship's voyage from France to its future home in Miami. A crew of roughly 1,500 team members helped assemble and arrange the mini ships, forming a colorful Lego stretching impressive 290 feet across the deck. The Guinness World Record adjudicator was on hand and officially confirmed the feat, and made sure nobody actually stepped on history. There you go.
Aww.
What a great fun that would have been.
Yeah.
To be one of the 1,500 crew members that gets to take it from France to America.
That's pretty cool.
With nobody else on the ship. It's like your moment.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You guys get to enjoy it.
Yeah, this is what we've
I hope
been
they got
working
to
for.
right. I hope they get to swim in it and like totally live it up, like for the whole
Just
cruise.
Go behind the bar, go grab your drink,
Right.
do what you want. Like it's like your house.
I work here.
Do what you want.
Look, I love MSC. It was a great cruise ship. It is a very European cruise, just so you know. I always say what I mean by that is it's a strong European lean when it comes to the people on the ship. You know, when you're on a cruise ship, you can always tell what the larger population is by the first announcement.
Yeah.
So if it's predominantly Spanish, the first announcement will be in Spanish.
Really?
And you'll wait for your American translation later down the road. But I would love to see the World America. I bet you that ship is gorgeous. One of the ships I went on, the Seascape, is one they say you can't miss.
Yeah.
And I think if you're going to go on a cruise, you don't, unless you're a cruisy junkie and you don't have anything else in life and you're cruising all the time, pick a ship that is a massive, like something that's going to be memorable. Just don't take a regular old cruise.
It's like they've changed so much since I've been on a cruise. So much.
Oh my goodness. It truly is.
So they had to build each one of these little ships.
Well, they sell them.
Yeah. Well,
this is also a sales technique. We bought one of these. We bought one of these on our ship when we went on. MSC has basically a toy store.
Yeah, so you put the little ship together, and then you make a line of the little ships.
Right. What a great thing to do to pass time all the way from France to America.
Do you get to keep your little ship, or you have to go leave it there?
No, you don't keep your little ship.
Oh, no. MSC took every one of those ships and put them in
your wrapper, and you go home.
No, I tell you what MSC is going to do, and I will bet $100 on it. Every one of those ships will go in a display case on a wall, and they'll say this is a part of our world record with a certificate of the world record. They'll display that. That'll be something that because everybody wants, oh, look at that. That was cool. I saw this on the internet.
I want a reimbursement if I had to leave my little ship.
I'm sure they gave them away. There was the employees who did it.
Okay.
Man helping mom move furniture finds long-lost lottery ticket worth $50,000.
Oh, my God.
How great is that?
That is such
Mom,
a good
guess
day.
what I found? A Maryland man helping his mom move some furniture found a stash of scratch-off lottery tickets, and one turned out to be a $50,000 winner. The Nottingham man was helping his mother move furniture at her house, and he came across a small stack of long-forgotten tickets that had originally been intended as stocking stuffers. I said, hey, Mom, I've got some scratch-offs here. Can I scratch them? The player recalled the man's mother told him to go ahead and take the tickets home with understanding that the duo would split any winnings. The player said he and his wife scratched the tickets at their home and found one was worth $6, another $15, and another one, the last ticket, $5 holiday lucky doubler, and then there was the $50,000 winner. The man kept his agreement and split the prize money with his mother. He said his share will go towards saving for a house and paying off debt, including money he owes his mother. Here, Mom, here's the whole thing. You can have it.
That is awesome. So at least she got her money.
Right. Utah boy 8 survives horror Wizard of Oz style wind incident that should have killed him. A Utah family celebrating after their 8-year-old son, Jake Smith, survived a terrifying trampoline accident. While playing on the trampoline in Utah, a strong gust of wind lifted it over 20 feet in the air, sending Jake flying over two cinder blocks walls and landing in the street. Miraculously, he was unhurt and even asked his mom if it was all a dream. Despite his frightening ordeal, Jake was able to sit up and talk to his mother, recalling the experience like being in an airplane with no roof, similar to the scene from The Wizard of Oz. Doctors are shocked to find out Jake only had minor cuts, bruises, and slight concussion.
That's crazy. I would like to be weightless for a little while.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Put me back down.
Right. I don't want to land. I always dread landing when did saddle jumps in the Army.
Yeah.
I always dreaded landing, even though you have the parachute going. But I was like, this is going to hurt my knees. This is going to hurt my knees. This is going to hurt my knees.
And it does.
It didn't hurt. No, it does after the fact. Like, you don't when you're 18, 19 years old going through airborne school, you don't feel that on your knees.
Yeah.
But when you're 30, 35, you start wondering, why do my knees hurt so bad all the time?
My knees hurt when I get up off the couch.
Right.
Like, just imagine just landing.
I was dumb enough to say, your knees are probably, I'm going to say this, your knees and hips are so important. Take care of them.
Mm-hmm.
I played catcher all the way through my baseball career, from little league all the way to high school. Catcher, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down.
Squat.
My knees were
You're
creaking.
Like in a squat the whole time.
My knees were creaking by the time I was a sophomore, and then I'm like, let me go jump out of plane with these knees. My knees hurt all the time. This past weekend was an enormous amount of work I've never done before. So, like, I loaded a lot of equipment in and out, but didn't use my trailer for part of it because I was trying to stay mobile. I was legitimately driving from Alico Arena to Pine Island, from Pine Island to home, from back to Pine Island, from Pine Island all the way out to Paseo. Like, I drove 400 miles this weekend.
Jeez.
It was crazy. What a weekend, though. I had a great time. This Friday, though, get ready for it. It's happened. The Tommy Bohannon. Right, the Tommy Bohannon Foundation Playmakers Tailgate Party. It's going to be phenomenal. And after many moons of figuring out what I could do, that was the box. Remember the box idea? I came up with a better one. I got the other thing.
Yeah.
Which I got to tell a story. I don't think I've told you yet. But guess what I got?
What'd you get?
I got this.
Are you gonna
it's not there anymore. What happened to it? That's crazy. Oh, there it is. I bought that.
Are you gonna?
Whoever's the highest bidder of the night.
All right.
If you whatever you bid on the highest, and at the very end, when it's all over, I will either award this to whoever made the highest bid on whatever item, or you can outbid that person just for this.
Just to get that. Oh yeah. So it's kind of like the white elephant thing, where you're like take it at the last second kind of thing.
Right. And then I'm going to throw something in at the end with this that you get as well. So do you want both?
That makes two. Yeah.
Right. And I'm pulling it all off before Friday. Tonight, by the way, I am hosting the Drug Free League Coalition, and I can't tell you. This is when I help I honor and everyone who's drug free, and they got like 5 point. I hope I got the run a day script so I can get it here real quick.
Oh, these phone hackers are out of control.
Well, whose phone? Oh, on your phone?
Yeah, they just keep sending you just like nonstop all day long.
Text.
Hey, I got your resume. I'm looking to hire you and pay you. Really?
So the the Lee County's Red Ribbon Awards is tonight. I'm doing them at the Collaboratory. It's where we do it every year. It's the award for academic and athletic excellence, the Lee County Sheriff's Office to our Nation Award, the Jim Nathan Leadership Award, and the Mary Fisher Community Service Award. It's free and open to the public, and everybody's more than welcome to come out and see this. But I just want to say, when you get to these awards, and it's just, I just want to read it to you. I get the script, so I just want to give you Zoe Arias, nominated by Trace Staples from Lehigh Senior High School with a history of leadership at Lehigh Senior High School. Zoe is the student government president. She served as class secretary her freshman year, council of parliament her sophomore year and junior year. She has a GPA of 4.67 and helps anyone in her class who needs assistance. 4.67. By the way, I had no idea until I started doing these awards with Drug Free Lee that you could get above 4.0. But
I didn't know that either.
I bet you if I scroll here long enough, I will find a 5. Here it is. With a GPA of 5.21.
Get out.
Abby Buckley, nominated from Cypress Lake Center of Arts. Abby sits number 3 in her class.
Number 3? How are you number 3?
What? What?
Who are these people?
How pissed are you? Look, right.
I've been perfect my entire life.
Right. And what's funny is I remember the second year I did this, I walked in with, let me just say before I do this, that all of you children here today are impressive all by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You are future leaders of America. What you're doing right here is God's work, and please continue doing it. Because when you're number 3 in your class with a 5.62,
right?
Like, what's number 1 got?
What am I?
And what did number 1 do to get that?
How? I did everything. Like
Right.
everything you gave me, I did it. And
Twice as hard. I did college classes.
did
That's how they get
perfect.
that high, by the way.
Extra perfect.
Right. I did extra perfect, but you aren't extra perfect enough.
Why are you judging me?
Right. So, big things going on this weekend. Make sure you get out and enjoy it. Teen went in for a routine procedure and woke up speaking a different language.
How do I sign up? That sounds like a great idea. You go to sleep.
A
you wake up somebody
17-year-old
else?
Dutch teenager went undertaking a routine knee surgery after a soccer injury and woke up speaking fluent English with an American accent, claiming he was in Utah.
Oh, he had a past life regression.
Despite only using English in school classes before, he completely lost the ability to speak or understand Dutch. And didn't recognize his parents either. Doctors were baffled. He had no psychiatric history and no medical explanation for the sudden switch. For hours, he couldn't say a single word in Dutch. About 18 hours later, he started understanding it again, but still only spoke it in English. His native language gradually returned the next day after a visit from friends. He was eventually diagnosed with foreign language syndrome, a rare neurological condition in which people unexpectedly start speaking a second language, sometimes with a foreign accent after brain trauma or medical procedures.
I'm sorry.
But also think they're in Utah?
Yeah, that's a past life
That don't even make
regression
sense.
that got activated, and that's where he was. That's why.
You going past life on this?
You know
Yeah.
what? We don't get it. Let's
You
put a
don't just
different
get an
stamp on it
accent
get 'em out of here.
and think you're somewhere else, and you don't recognize people. That's not just learning a language. That's like you wake up right now, you start talking Chinese. I would be like, past life.
Unit 6 is malfunctioning right now as we speak. It's not speaking
download?
Dutch. It's speaking English. Get in there. Programming Unit 6 is malfunctioning. We got to get in there right away. Let's move it to
Slap
medical.
it on the
Let's
side
make
of
it
the
look
head
medical.
again. Slap it on the side of the head again.
We'll make it look medical. We were in the process of repairing its knee anyway. Let's move Unit 6 to medical. All right, we'll make it look like something.
The aliens are
All right,
controlling
hold on.
us, or are we?
Hold on, let's go. Unit
Blame
6.
this. Let's use the
All right,
foreign language.
How long is the reprogramming going to take? Just a day.
Reboot.
A day?
Reboot.
The reboot's going to take a day? He's Dutch. He's speaking like a Southern American. How does he even know this?
He wants
Oh,
fried
crap.
chicken.
He just said Utah. He just said Utah.
Right.
He wants fried chicken and American
You're fired,
flags.
Steve. You're not doing it anymore. Why does he think he's from Utah?
You have
He
one
lives
job.
in-
You have one job, Steve.
Right.
We make him remember where he is.
I think,
One job.
I think that's one of his lives came up.
That's another possibility.
Mm-hmm.
I always ask what my previous lives were, but I sometimes don't want to know. What if you found out your previous life was better than the one you have now?
Then that means that I chose to come back for some karmic cleansing.
You think so?
Yeah, of course.
Not me. It means I chose door B when I should have chose door A. I went before the great guy. He was like, "You want A or B?" I was like, "B." Oh, yeah, let me go B.
You're like, you don't want to see what's
I get a
up.
B. Like, damn it!
The other guy had a yacht.
That's my luck, right?
And here I am in a.
A ought have been Elon Musk.
There you
B
go.
on Big Mama.
You guys screwed.
I wouldn't change my life for the world, though. I wake up every day loving life, and it gets better every day. I don't understand how, but it is. It's getting better every day.
I wonder what other languages I know inside my head.
Well, what happens when you don't pay your $9 on a flight for your Coke and water and Pringles?
What?
Well, Ryanair has you escorted off and met by police. Anne Marie Murray, 55, said that their card didn't go through mid-flight from Tariffs to Bristol. And with no cash left from the vacation they offered to pay upon landing, the crew confiscated their boarding passes and accused them of refusing to pay, despite other passengers vouching for them. Once on the ground, they were escorted off the plane by police, who reportedly called the situation ridiculous. To top it off, they later found their car damaged in the airport parking and were denied closed-circuit television footage. Ryanair claimed the pair were disruptive and consumed the snacks without paying.
Over $9?
I'd have paid the $9 if I'm sitting next to him.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, nobody looked over and said, oh, hey, I got the $9.
I got the $9, right.
Give it to me. If you pay me, great. If you don't, whatever.
Keep the peace. I got the $9.
Yeah. I just want to get home.
Right. Peacefully. I don't need an incident.
Are you serious? And then what's she trying to say? That the airline went out and wrecked her car like a bunch of thugs for over $9?
I think the car thing is a little overstepping.
They call security.
Right.
Hey, security.
And the fact they won't let you see the closed circuit television, which means they don't really have it. There's just cameras there.
They'll be like, hey, she owes us $9.
Do you know the legend of D.B. Cooper?
Yes.
Tell me so you know it before you Google it.
He's the guy that robbed some bank. I forget which one. And then he parachuted out of the plane with all the money, supposedly, and was never found.
Right. Have you ever watched the Legend of D.B. Cooper movie?
Yeah.
It's great, right? It's our childhood, like that. Right? I'm glad you know. The D.B. Cooper case, which started with a polite man in a suit hijacking a flight in 1971 and parachuting into the wilderness with $200,000, remains unsolved and riddled with questions that refuse to make sense. The hijacker used the name Dan Cooper, but famously misreported as D.B. Cooper, boarded a plane from Portland to Seattle, claimed to have a bomb, demanded a ransom and parachutes, and then vanished after jumping from the plane mid-flight. Over 50 years later, the FBI closed the case without naming the definitive suspect, despite investigating over 1,000 leads. Among them was Richard McCoy Jr., who some claim, without conclusive evidence, was Cooper himself. Oddities include why Cooper thought the plan would work, how he disappeared so thoroughly despite a fairly generic appearance, and whether the bomb he showed was even real. One theory suggests Cooper got the idea from a French-Canadian comic featuring a heroic pilot named Dan Cooper, who often parachuted off planes. Another unsolved detail, the ransom cash was never spent. Only a tiny amount was ever recovered along the Columbia River in 1980, while some amateur sleuth insist they cracked the case, armed with everything from parachute scraps to family secrets. No new evidence has surfaced. The mystery lives on, not just because of the crime, but because it seems Cooper vanished not just from the plane, but from time itself, leaving behind a legacy of theories, legends, and many unanswered questions.
So the money was never spent. The guy disappeared. Can we assume he's dead?
I don't know how they know the money was never spent.
I guess serial numbers. Maybe they track them down in the bank at that time. They didn't have anything else to do.
They got something that reads all the serial numbers on every bill in every bank. I've never heard of that before in my life.
I don't know.
I've never heard of that before in my life.
They wrote it down on a little file, like an Excel
sheet. And wait a second. Here's what I'm going to be willing to bet. Let me just say.
How would they know then?
1971, we definitely didn't have something that kept track of serial numbers off of bills.
No. They had an Excel sheet.
Right. I got another $1 bill here. All right. I got the stack of ones. Let's go.
Let's see if this guy spent any money.
71, they didn't have an Excel spreadsheet. They had a printout.
Well, how would they know that he didn't spend
matrix
it?
Printer.
How could they be so confident?
1971, they didn't have a printout.
No, they had a carbon copy thingy.
Right, carbon copy paper.
But let's say, how are they so sure that the money has not been spent or has been spent? How would they know?
Right, how are you ever going to know?
Maybe somebody's covering this guy and they're like, oh, the money was never spent.
Good morning, everybody hanging out with us on the Joshua Tree stream. Great to have you guys with us this morning. Inside the Vatican's real-life X-Files, within the ancient corridors of the Vatican, a secret and highly structured system investigates reports of miracles and alleged demonic possessions not to prove that paranormal exists, but to rule out all natural explanations first. This includes evaluating potential medical miracles tied to sainthood candidates and vetting suspected possession cases. The Congregation for the Causes of Saints and the Consuela Medica lead the miracle investigations. The process starts after a person with a reputation for holiness dies. Once deemed virtuous, their case proceeds if someone claims a healing occurred through post-humus prayer. That seems very complicated.
So they're saying that the person that passed away performs a miracle after they're gone, and it has to be exorcism?
I'm not 100% sure. It's one of those stories that I feel like AI wrote, and it's from Weird Darkness, which is a crazy website. And for that, I'm out.
Because I don't think at that point, once you're gone, it matters.
Well, it don't matter.
It don't matter. Like, if you have that gift to like help people pull out like dark things in them, why are you gonna wait till you die? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't make any sense.
Right.
Like, that's what they should have been doing. That should have been their calling, like to help people pull whatever out of them.
Right. Pull it out.
Yeah.
Don't ever leave it in. Sammy Hagar, legendary rock frontman and former Van Halen vocalist, has long claimed his path to rock stardom involved more than guitars and grit. What do you think else?
Guitar, grit, and beer. Cocaine. Women. What else do they do?
Aliens.
Shut up. No way.
Yeah. In a 2013 interview, Hagar recounted a surreal late-night encounter in the 60s at his California home where he says he experienced a telepathic connection with an extraterrestrial being. According to Hagar, he was lying in bed when he felt something or someone tapping into his brain. He described it as kind of a data transfer, saying the aliens were downloading or uploading information to or from him. He also claimed to see two humanoid figures working with unfamiliar numerical codes before vanishing in a light beam. Though the experience terrified him, Hagar interpreted it as a cosmic mission, saying his ego convinced him that he had been programmed to be a rock star. Even earlier, his band Montrose featured space motifs, and Van Halen's 1986 hit Love Walks In also reflects on his fascination with extraterrestrial contact. The experience sparked a lifelong obsession with space and the unexplained, leading him to explore everything from Einstein to physics phenomenon. Hagar maintains the encounter was real and life-altering, not only launching a new direction in his music, but shaping his worldview for the decades to come.
Did you see David Lee Roth's comments on it?
What?
Suggesting that Hagar was sex probed during the alleged abduction.
That's your buddy. And that's what happens when your buddy goes out there.
That's when somebody starts doing your job.
Yeah. You're like, yeah.
That guy got sex probed.
First of all, if it's true that the aliens do that and they give you a download and then you like become like super uber famous, like, hey, I love to chat. Second,
it's not about being famous, but I'm going to explain this. Go ahead.
They told him his path, and when you're successful in your path, and it is what you're meant to do, things align. So they're all aligned. Yes, you're gonna get all kinds of stuff. Now, the other thing is, or that's some really good LSD he was on.
I wouldn't call it LSD.
There was something good.
I think he went on something that is a
spiritual journey.
A spiritual journey. It's a gateway, a sort of a gatekeeper.
Yeah.
There are many things that open a gate to a spiritual world or dimension. And this is all part of your journey process, but this is already, you know where I stand on this.
Yeah.
This is something I've researched in depthly, and I've watched bazillions of videos and have actually interviewed people and talked to people about this. But there are many things that that people do, and I don't want to give them out on here. I'm not trying to give people a reason to go do it, where they open up a vision to another side.
Yeah.
And I happen to know someone.
It releases the veil.
Who had
the veil thinner.
Had an issue, a conflict trying to achieve success.
Okay.
And went on one of these journeys.
Mm-hmm.
And came back from this journey with like, I have the answer. I'm not like a crazy fucker.
You're like, okay.
Yeah, you're nuts. I can't hang out with nut people anymore. They're nuts.
I'm gonna
But
tell
then
you,
I decided to get up every morning.
Go with McDonald's. And come
I
back
decided to
with
get up every morning with these guys and let them be nuts.
Yeah.
but nothing but successful since. And he says that he got the answers from another dimension, and that someone told him the answers that he needed.
Yeah.
And it gave him basically Sammy Hagar's saying.
Yeah.
They uploaded and downloaded. That's what this guy said he experienced. And if you watch Joe Rogan, which, by the way, is one of the greatest broadcasters in the history of all broadcasting, and I don't care what anybody says, the interviews he does are next level. The stuff that he will talk about is stuff that everyone else is scared to talk about.
Yeah.
And that makes it fun to watch. And he's talked about these different things, like what is it, peyote and DMT and
ayahuasca,
ketamine and
bufo,
ayahuasca,
all that.
all these different things that people have done to go on these different journeys.
Yeah.
And a lot of people like you were like, "That's some good LSD." We'll
I'm like,
immediately. I'm sorry,
he's tripping.
We'll
What
immediately
kind of
put it
stamp
on
did he
put it
lick?
on some great drugs, right? What kind of stamp did you lick in 1971, Jackie?
Right. That's what I'm wondering.
But at the same time, that could have been something like the things that
Something
we
that he was
mentioned
going-
that's been around for years. These aren't new things. These
Yeah.
things of, what's the what's the one?
Ayahuasca.
Ayahuasca.
Those have-
I mean, that's been around for how many years?
That's
Thousands.
That's
Oh,
we're
yeah.
talking like ancient, like
Right.
rituals
So these are rituals that were around in the 60s.
from the jungle. Like
and-
that's how deep this goes.
And I tend to believe, based on researching this crazy stuff, and guys, you go out and research it for yourself. Go down this thing. You go down these rabbit holes yourself and check it out.
Well, he didn't say how he got there to talk to the aliens, so
Right.
maybe there was a ceremony of some sort, and he just doesn't want to say.
Right, because he doesn't want everybody else to get the keys to the car.
Maybe. Well, you can't gatekeep that stuff, especially when you get enlightened. Come on.
It depends on what they tell you.
True.
What if don't bring anybody and don't tell a soul what I'm about to tell you.
Right.
And by the way, I don't think it's in
is
what
only
in my
for you.
research, I don't think it's done like that. Like, hi, Sean, I'm from the other side.
I got something to tell you.
I got something to tell you that's going to make you rich, and you can't tell anybody. It's a big secret.
Stay away from my butt.
Right, right. Don't text probe me, man. Please.
What if in exchange for that information
Right.
you have to?
I think it's a coding that basically reprograms you. And all of
Yeah.
a sudden, you understand things that you never understood before.
the
You can
neurons open
predict
and they connect.
how things are going to happen before they happen.
Yeah.
Almost like a psychic, but it's not psychic. It's almost like lucky predictability.
It's like you get the map.
Right.
If you know how easier life would be if we all had the map and we knew exactly where we were
Oh,
going.
no.
That
Listen,
would be. But then
Listen,
there's,
we already have a problem with too many chiefs and not enough Indians in this world. It's the number one problem in our world. We have way too many chiefs and not enough Indians. Everybody runs around here running things. And if you go work at corporate America, there's 9 people that are fighting for a suit. They all want to be in charge. I want to be
Yeah.
in charge. I want to be in charge.
But maybe their map is not that, and they think it should be that. And maybe
Right.
they'll find happiness being, I don't know, monks or growing gardens or, I don't know, training dogs.
My
I don't
happiness is
know.
going to be when Finn graduates and Sarah and I sell everything we own and go live on the road in an RV. You'll never see me again.
You're going to be a gypsy.
I'll call it a gypsy.
Yes, you are.
Gypsy.
Or a hippie. Pick one.
Ooh, definitely not a
Ah,
hippie.
that's why I say gypsy.
Right. I'm going to be a nomad. A nomad.
No, that makes me feel like you don't have shoes and you smell.
Nomad. I'm going to wander the world, bub.
It's okay. Once you're a gypsy, you can still use my hose for a shower. You just can't come
When
in the
you're a
house.
gypsy, you can still have shoes.
Right.
You just can't come in the house.
Sean, I'm here to use your hose. The RV I bought doesn't have running water. Come on, man. I already just said, I'm not saying I'm going to go out and struggle. I just said RV.
Obviously, you didn't
And when
talk
I
to
say
the
RV,
alien.
I'm not talking like a Big Mama radio bus. I'm talking about something that you would tour in.
Don't park in the desert. They put
Right.
probe you
Yeah.
out there.
It's
Right.
obviously
That's
you,
what we're on a mission. We're on a
you
mission.
and the alien have not
We're
discussed
going to
this
wherever
yet.
Hagar went in the 60s. That's what we're trying to do. Where was his house in the 60s? Where did Hagar live in the 60s? I want to go to his house.
Oh, yeah. In the
Kind of
60s,
thing you only go once.
I bet you he got drugged. Because in the 60s, weren't they like putting it in
Right.
cereal?
Hey, bro, drink this. You're like, all right.
Like you literally anywhere.
Why am I? Why?
Is that a fraud?
60s is when they started doing anything.
Alien.
Like, I feel like 50s were really uptight. If you go back and look at 50s,
Yeah.
50s were as conservative and uptight as possible.
Yeah, it makes me feel
People
like
didn't even smoke weed in the 50s. You
Like-
understand what I'm saying? And then the
Yeah.
60s came along. They're like, hey, man, Mom's on some medication. You should try it, bro.
The 50s makes me feel like people had itchy underwear. And they had to just pretend
Right.
they
And
didn't.
then all of a sudden the 60s came and everybody was like, here, drink this.
Yeah.
Like, what is this? It's going to get you.
It doesn't matter. Just take it.
And by the time we got into the 70s, the 50s were long gone and everybody was jacked up. And by the 80s, we had discovered cocaine. And by the 90s, we turned cocaine into crack. And in 2000, we were like,
now we don't have
let's
teeth.
put it all into pills.
That's when we lost our teeth.
Right. What are we doing? You looking for a generator, Sean?
Thinking about getting a bigger one.
Right.
You know what's funny? My parents got here in the 70s from Cuba. And when they got off the plane, even my mom tells me that, you know, like flying was a big deal. So they're all dressed up. They're wearing suits and ties and dresses and all stuff. So my mom gets out and she's like, finally, America. And when she like walks out, like everybody was like the hippie revolution, like in Miami. So like they're all like not wearing shoes, long hair, like busted up shirt, like, you know, no shirt.
Yeah. You want to go surfing?
Jeans with holes in them. And my mom's like, America's poorer than Cuba.
You know, 9/11 killed the dressing up for flights.
Yeah.
When you had to start taking your shoes off, it changed everything.
Yeah.
What do you mean I got to take my shoes off?
Yeah, now I'm wearing flip-flops.
Right, now I'm wearing flip-flops and sweatpants.
Not
Before, I'd be dressed to the nines. Boy, I'd be looking good. Getting on there. Even if I was wearing sweatpants, I had brand new tennis shoes off with them sweatpants.
Yeah.
Like now you're like, ugh.
I just show up in my back.
I'm wearing Crocs.
And
These are my flight Crocs.
my flight Crocs.
And everybody looks miserable in the airport. Nobody's cleaned up.
Nobody brushed their hair either.
Right.
Nobody cares.
Crazy. And a surprising twist in modern banking practices, a TikTok user named Joyfully Sober shared her bewilderment when a well-known bank refused to accept cash for a bill payment. Her video captured over 230,000 views. Show her frustration as she recounts the incident. They said, we don't accept cash.
What?
She exclaims, adding, I said,
bank?
you're a bank. Despite her protest, the bank stood by its policy not disclosed in its video. The peculiar scenario raises the question, why would a bank refuse cash? While no federal law mandates that businesses, including banks, accept cash, many are moving towards checks and digital payments, which are often easier tracked. That's horrible.
That's awful.
Doesn't even make sense.
Change your bank.
That's a horrible bank.
Right. Sometimes you need cash.
If my bank doesn't accept anybody's cash on my behalf, they're fired.
UK families have been urged to assemble 72-hour survival kits as a precaution in the event of significant disruption, such as a global conflict or infrastructure failure. Concerns have grown over the country's reliance on foreign energy sources, particularly amid fears that adversaries like Russia could target vital systems such as gas pipelines, potential leading to blackouts and supply chain interruptions. Is this a real warning? Is this a heads up that we should all be watching, or is this just
Is that why Sean's
somebody
buying a
selling a
generator?
72-hour? Hey, it's me, Steve. I'm from Patriot Supply. For right now, you can get 3 weeks of food for the price of one.
Huh?
That's right. For $55, I'll give you a week of food.
Is it
Have you
good?
never heard this guy? He's
it
on like
good?
Fox News, and he's
Yeah,
selling
yeah.
the 72.
End of the world shit.
I've got 3 days to surviving.
Here's the thing.
And it's so good, we're going to give you 2 free when you buy one. We've got so much of this stuff.
For the whole family.
Right. We can't get rid of it. That's why we decided we bought way too much.
Somebody please buy it.
I saw the same guy do a commercial for their solar generators.
Uh-huh.
Right? And he was like, somebody just broke in and stole a bunch of generators. So you should get this deal before they're all gone. Like nobody stole them. That was a great concept, though. I dig it.
Wow.
I never saw it on the news.
Okay.
All right, this or that. Are you ready for some this or that?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Sauce on the side or sauce on top?
Side.
Side all day.
Always. I want to be the distributor. I saw you last night.
Usually the safest, but once I know, I'm good.
I saw you last night. You had those French fries like swimming in ketchup. That's
Yeah, it's
gross.
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 Sauce on the side and probably not at all. Never on top. And it pisses me off. By the way,
I don't like.
I'm going to protest against Taco Bell's little jalapeno gross white sauce that I got to continually ask.
Still go there?
Is that juice? Is that crappy sauce on this?
Crappy sauce on
Do I
what?
still go there? Yeah, Finn has to have a damn Baja Blast once a week.
Once a week?
Sort by price or by rating?
Price.
Yeah, by price, then the rating.
Yeah.
Air guitar or air drums?
Oh,
If you're gonna do one, which one are you gonna do? The drums or the guitar?
drums.
Yeah, probably.
I always go to the guitar. And then I go to the drums. I start at the guitar, and then I go to the. I always wish I would
You
go
always
to
gotta
the
hit
guitar.
that.
Guacamole or salsa? Salsa, guacamole
Salsa.
sucks. I'll answer that, no problem.
Depends on the guacamole. It has to be
It ain't
fresh.
Taco Bell guacamole. That's for
No,
sure.
it can't be that ones that are like in a container
Oh.
with a plastic cover.
What's the
I
place?
want a
Seed to
real-
table ruined guacamole to me for the rest of my life.
Why?
Really?
Don't they make it there like fresh?
Yeah, by hand.
Yeah.
With their big juicy hands slapped into the guacamole.
Oh, gross.
They're wearing gloves, but they do it by hand.
Gross.
That's what turned you off.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Yeah.
think that either. I mean, every place we go,
It's
they
got a
do
glove.
little-
That
but every
is
place
right,
We go, they
that
do the
place-
chopper upper thing and the grinder, and they do it all night.
Yeah.
Right. What do they do all night?
They do it all nice.
Oh.
Oh, and when they make it in the chaka thing, in the wood, in the stone thing.
Comedian in a serious film or serious actor in a comedy film?
Comedian in a serious film or
Serious actor in a comedy film. These are
I
good.
find
We
it
don't-
more funny being the serious guy in a comedy.
Me too.
Sometimes.
Because sometimes when it's the comedian in a serious movie, I'm like, I'm waiting for the joke, and I can't get myself out of it.
Adam Sandler.
Yeah. Yeah.
When he did the one serious movie, it was horrendous. I couldn't watch it.
Yeah.
Working, I don't even know what it is. The
Jim
one,
Jim Carrey did the same thing, and we're like, be funny.
right? Working hard or hardly working?
Hardly working. Working hard. I don't work hard for what?
Listen, I could be a multi-billionaire and I'd work the same as I work now. You work gets you to where you got to go. Work ethic is the key to success. It's something I teach to my kids. I would teach to anybody out there listening. If you don't have work ethic, go find it. Get up, work every day. It's not to say you can't take a day to just say I don't want to do anything.
Mhm.
All right, but you can't take 2 days in a row.
Why not? I like having a.
You can't do 2 days in a row. You just can't do it.
I
It's
need a
not
nap.
the grind stalls if you do that. It'll take you 3 days to come back from a 2-day break. Take a day to not do anything. And I'm not talking about the weekends. Enjoy your weekends. Do something unless you work on the weekends like me, and then Sunday, Monday is my weekend. I always tell people, don't bother me on Sunday or Monday.
Right.
But Monday I got up yesterday.
You're
was
like
like
a hairdresser.
I was like, it's work day.
That's like
It's
a hairdresser schedule.
Is that a hairdresser schedule?
Yeah, you can't go on
So
Sunday or
Monday was a work day, man. I looked at I got up Monday. I was like, all right. And by the way, I know I'm old because my body doesn't sleep past 5:30. If I went to bed at 4:30, I'd wake up at 5:30. And I get up at 5:30, and I'm like, God, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
I don't have anything to do today. And then I was like, well, let me figure that out. And that's when I made that list. And I was like, these are all the things I need to do today that I
Yeah.
shouldn't put off tomorrow just because I want a day to myself.
I was
So
very
I grinded
impressed.
I grinded it out.
I was very impressed.
Netflix or Max? I think we've had this. Netflix, Max sucks. Camping or glamping?
Glamping. What did you even put the other one there for?
Hang out with little kids or old folks?
Old people.
It depends.
As long as I don't have to wipe anybody's butt.
Right.
Either
way.
Either way.
Either way. As long as I'm not wiping asses either way, I'm good. I'll hang out with either way. But for me, it's kids. I want to, they're just more fun to hang out with. And
Sassy old people are the best. They are so freaking funny. And here's the thing. They're at that age where they don't care. They just say what they want to say. It's hilarious. If you sit down and
unless
watch
it's
it.
your dad,
hilarious.
right? Unless it's your dad.
Oh, he's nuts. But he's funny to other people.
One of my favorite people alive.
He's funny to other people.
Truly is one of my favorite people alive. I don't even care. I love that man.
He's probably doing kung
Every time he
fu.
shows up, I'm like, hey, want to get on the microphone?
He's probably doing kung fu right now.
All right, that guy is made to do a podcast, just so you know.
I know. If I could just get him to talk, but he thinks the government's after him, so might as well.
You should tell him talk about the government being after him.
But he puts the headphones on. He thinks he's being interrogated.
Yeah,
and won't talk.
he froze. We tried like 3 times.
So mic him in a room and just sit down and have a conversation with him.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that man has stories. Reality shows or docuseries?
Oh.
Probably docuseries. I'm wore out on the reality shows.
I am too. I can't even get into ones they used to like. Love is Blind used to be a show I loved. Now I watch it. I'm like, I've seen this.
Yeah.
This is boring.
The only one that we watch is the Below Deck at this point, and you're the one where they dig for whatever.
I don't even know. It's getting exhausting.
Yeah. We don't
Right,
even watch
watching
them
them,
anymore.
watching shipmates bang each other. Yeah,
Right.
At one point, it's getting
And
boring.
whenever the guests get nasty and start really harassing them,
That's what I like
kinda
to
funny,
watch,
But
is
that
getting-
doesn't happen much anymore.
I like
either.
watching those extra rich people that want to act stupid on TV. Like I want to see those people.
You want to see those people?
Yeah, and then I want to see them get served.
We're gonna roll through the end and just wrap up the show and just get things going. I don't have much left, so we'll keep it going. Are you down for that, or do you need a
Sure.
break?
Go for it.
All right, here we go. You know what happens over the weekend, right?
What?
You do something wrong, and then you have to find yourself making a confession.
Mm-hmm.
Well, from Twitter, X feed, and from the Fessel, here are this week's confessions. My husband falls asleep on the sofa almost every night. I started cataloging his sleeping with a photo diary, but then progressed into using filters.
I'm going to do that.
Sometimes he's in underwater, sometimes a cowgirl. Helps me pass the evening.
I love it.
Our bigoted CEO demanded I take photos of him speaking at a conference. I chose the one where his enormous evil mouth was fully open and he was sweating and made the mouth 15% bigger. And then I put it on the homepage of his crap website. When I was 12, I told my Palm Pilot to, I sold my Palm Pilot to my sister. A week later, I snuck into her room, disassembled it, unplugged the touchscreen, then reassembled it. She thought she was pulling a fast one on me when I agreed to buy it back for half.
I don't get it.
He made it seem like it didn't work, so she wanted to sell it back to him for half off.
Oh.
Wife thinks I'm cheating on her. I'm not. I'm just 2 years into writing an embarrassing smut novel, and I can't let her know about it. Husband and I just purchased Crocs and sweatpants. We're in our late 20s. He skipped midlife crisis and gone straight for retirement. I think this might be the end of us if he leaves the house in them. Husband had an affair. I moved out, but not before I superglued his new expensive gaming laptop closed. A date confided in me that when she was a child, she was possessed by a demon that had to be exorcised by a priest. I didn't believe her, but went with it because she's hot. Ended up spending a night with her at her place. She stood silently by the bed staring at me for 3 hours. I ghosted her. Wow, that's crazy. I like to think I'm not like other landlords. Inspection today gave documented proof that tenant has been smoking indoors, violating tenancy agreement. My first thought was, how could I use this as it's used to withhold their deposit? I think I might be like other landlords. And I love my parents, and I appreciate that they're living in a world where tech wasn't like it was now when they were younger. But just for once, I'd like to enjoy a day off of work without having to be a tech support for my parents.
Right.
And those are your confessions. I hope you enjoyed it today. We give it to you every Tuesday morning as we now got our audio clips back. I'm kind of excited about that, by the way.
Yeah.
It is a good deal.
It's nice. It's not like we're stuck in the vortex of no sound anymore.
Famous couples who get together when one of them was a teenager. Is this creepy or not? I'm going to bring them up. You tell me creepy or not.
Okay.
Milo Ventimiglia was 29 when he started dating a 17-year-old Heroes co-star, Hayden Panettiere. He was 29. She was 17.
Creepy.
Creepy.
Yeah.
That's a 30-year-old man.
Former Rolling Stones bassist Bill Wyman was 47 when he started dating Mandy Smith, who was 14.
Oh, yeah.
He should be arrested.
They got married when she was 18, then separated 2 years later and finalized their divorce 2 years later after that.
Well, he should be arrested.
When Chad Michael Murray was 24, he started dating 17-year-old Kenzie Dalton, who was an extra on One Tree Hill. He proposed to her in 2006. She was a senior in high school. They broke up after a 7-year engagement.
He was 24 and she's 17. Buddy, you got to wait till you're 18, though.
I got a big one for you.
That's too much.
When Fergie was 23, you know who she dated?
Who?
17-year-old Justin Timberlake.
Really? She wrecked him.
16-year-old. I'm sorry. He was 16. She briefly dated 16-year-old Justin Timberlake.
She needs to get, yeah.
Wilder Valderrama was 29 when he first met 17-year-old Demi Lovato. They supposedly didn't date until she was 18, though. Wilmer also dated Lindsay Lohan when he was 24 and she was 17. Oh, and when he was 20, he dated Mandy Moore, who was 16 or 17 at the time. How'd this guy never get canceled?
I know.
Right.
Because he's the funny guy on that 70s show.
Joel Madden from Good Charlotte dated Hilary Duff when he was 24 and she was 16. He married, he's married to Nicole Richie now. Courtney Stodden was only 16 when she married 51-year-old character actor Doug Hutchinson.
No.
They were married for 9 years.
No.
Do you know the Courtney Stodden deal? Have you ever seen her?
No.
Pull up Courtney. Courtney is the first name, Stodden, Stodden. This was big news when she did this. Like it was all over. I think it was a day. So that's her now as an adult. But if you go to images, you'll see her. I mean, as a kid when she was 16, like she didn't look like a kid.
Oh, yes. And her mother pushed for that marriage.
Right.
Yes. And she was 16, but she looked like a porn star.
Right. Now you remember her. Teron Noah Smith from Home Improvement was only 17 when he married 32-year-old actress Heidi Van Pelt. They had a son, but divorced after 6 years.
Did you say Heidi?
Heidi Van Pelt. Oh, she was the tool girl. She was the tool girl.
Oh, on Tim the Toolman Taylor?
Right. It sounds like to me like Teron Noah Smith had a little game. Melody Griffith was 18 when Don Johnson was 26 when they got married, and Marilyn Monroe was only 16 when she married her first husband. He was 21. So
That's
still illegal. But you think, it's only 5 years. If they were 35 and 30, it'd be fine.
Right. I don't care about the age gap. That's not the problem. The
Right.
problem is you gotta wait
let
till
him
18.
mature.
At 18, then you do whatever you want, and you're still dealing with a mentally a child, to be honest. Because at 18, I didn't know squat.
If AI is so amazing at doing human jobs, I have some spring cleaning for it to do. I'll even give robots a choice. They can start by deep cleaning the toilet or decluttering my inbox. Which one you want to do? There's a new survey out of digital clutter, and it might be time for you to do a little spring digital cleaning. The average American has 1,044 unread emails. How many unread emails do you have, Betty?
Oh, God. All right, so I actually cleaned up my mailbox, so I'm good, actually, there. Just did it. Let's see. I've got 210, but that's just because we got a lot of stuff that came in last night and I haven't looked at. So that's normal for us. But in my personal email, like my Gmail, let me see where we're at. It's ridiculous. I never check that. That's where I let all my spam go.
Hold on. All right. Where are we at here? I want to look at my unread emails. Unread emails.
It stopped counting.
I have one.
Sorry. All right, there we go. I have 25,828 unread emails.
Oh, no, look, I'm good. I'm at 387. It started deleting it.
12 unread text messages. I am 80. I'm OCD about it. I can't have unread text messages. Do you have unread text messages?
448.
Unread text messages?
Yeah.
Are you out of your mind?
I'll go to them eventually.
12 is what the average person has. You have 448. That, man, somebody is in text hell. 17 unread social media notifications.
Social media.
9/11. I only got 11. 11 unread app messages. I got to.
Oh, man.
Those go on forever. 15 open browser tabs.
I have 90 on TikTok right
9
now.
unused smart apps. I go through my phone and delete apps on a regular.
Do you?
And yeah, because I download things so many times that I just use once, or a game because I'm bored.
Yeah.
I get rid of them. And to be clear, that's unread emails and text messages, not unanswered. Not everyone can handle leaving something unseen. Email is even harder. So there you go. There you go. That's just some digital cleaning for you. Get it done.
Legit.
Do a little digital cleaning for yourself, huh?
Too legit.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Dumb and Detained. We explore the hilarious, absurd world of not-so-bright criminals. From botch heist to comically ill-conceived plans, get ready to laugh out loud at the antics of some of the world's most clueless lawbreakers. It's Dumbed and Detained on Big Mama Radio. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. A 31-year-old female McDonald's worker was arrested after choking a teenage girl who walked behind the counter to get her own ranch dipping sauce after being ignored by employees.
What?
Someone called the cops. The investigation was pretty cut and dry. The altercation was caught on video, and the victim had visible injuries to her neck and elbow. Akina was charged with child abuse.
Don't you come get that ranch dressing over here.
I'll choke you out. Next story is out of Brooklyn, New York. A 49-year-old Loon Cheng Chen attacked 4 young girls ages 8, 11, 13, and 16 with a meat cleaver inside a residence on 84th Street. Then it came to light when the 11-year-old victim locked herself in a room and called 911, reporting that her uncle had stabbed her and her siblings. Upon arrival, NYPD officers forced entry into the apartment after hearing screams and encountered Chen holding a bloodied meat cleaver. Despite repeat orders to drop the weapon, Chen advanced towards the officers, prompting them to discharge their firearms, striking him. All 4 victims sustained severe slash and stab wounds and were transported to a medical center where they're all expected to survive. Chen was also taken to a hospital in critical condition. The 5th child managed to escape to seek help while the children's mother was not home during the attack. The motive for the assault is still under investigation.
That's awful.
And authorities released images of a Connecticut house where a woman allegedly held her stepson captive for over 20 years until he set a fire to escape. The suspect has been charged with kidnapping, assault, and cruelty and is currently free on $300,000 bond. A prosecutor said the man had limited access to food and water, weighed under 80 pounds, and when found, showed signs of severe neglect, including rotten teeth and matted hair. The man told investigators that his late father would sometimes allow him more freedom, but this ended after the father's death last year. A judge has ordered the perp to wear an electronic monitor. Her attorney opposed the house arrest due to threats made against her. A police chief described the case as the worst abuse he had seen in 33-year career. More than $200,000 has been raised to support the man's recovery, and the local officials pledged an ongoing assistance. The investigation is ongoing, and authorities continue to gather details about the home's condition and timelines of the event leading up to the fire.
So was he like mentally?
He was held captive.
Like he was like tied down in there? I don't understand. Like,
right.
Was he physically not able to?
He's only 80 pounds.
Stuff? Yeah, that's true.
She didn't feed him. He was only 80 pounds. Kick anybody's ass you deprive every day. Here, you want a morsel?
That's awful.
All right, 80 pounds.
80 pounds.
How many friends, and ladies and gentlemen, that is your dumbed and detained. All right, let me ask you a question. How many friends should an adult have?
4.
4? 6. If you only have a small circle of friends, there's nothing wrong with you. Licensed therapist Melissa Lager says it's all about quality over quantity when it comes to friendships. A couple of long-term loyal friends can reflect your own loyalty and preferences for meaningful connections. However, if you're constantly switching friends and struggling to maintain relationships, you could point to a deeper issue like trust or relationship challenges. On the flip side, having too many friends could also be overwhelming, especially in adulthood. So there you go. Yeah, you know, I think 4 to 6 is a solid number. I think.
I mean, I'm not saying acquaintances. There's plenty of acquaintances, but like friends that you would say, yeah, I would show up like at, 3 o'clock in the morning if you need me. Yeah.
Here are some unhealthy habits you might want to consider breaking today. Being late. Chronic lateness can affect your reliability and stress levels. Prioritize punctuality. Stop being late, Betty. Betty, let me just go down this list.
Oh, God. Here we go.
Dear Betty. We've arranged this intervention to let you know that we want you to stop being late. We want you to stop being too hard on yourself. Being with people who don't appreciate you like Sean.
What?
Just kidding, buddy. Skipping meals.
Well, okay.
Not getting enough sleep.
Yes, that's true. Last night I was up.
Excessive screen time.
Yes.
Neglecting physical activity.
Mind your own business.
Smoking.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Excessive alcohol consumption.
Oh, boy.
Nobody's talking to you.
Mindless snacking. Ignoring mental health.
Yeah.
Not drinking enough water.
I quit.
Yeah.
Negative self-talk.
I don't even want to be here anymore.
Overthinking.
Oh, boy.
And excessive caffeine intake.
Yeah.
Hey, girl.
It's a checklist.
Let's go ahead.
I'm just going to leave that right there.
Put that on your anti-to-do list.
Right. I'm sorry, he goes on. Ignoring regular health checkups.
Oh, here we go.
Ignoring dental hygiene, procrastination, clutter and disorganization, and negative self-comparison.
I'm literally dying as we speak.
I just thought we had a small list to work on.
Oh, man. Clutter and disorganization is something I'm trying to change, and Sarah's been crazy about it. I'm loving it.
I'm trying, but
Sarah,
I haven't got motivated yet.
look. I came over the other day and pulled out a drawer in our bathroom. Now this is our master adult bathroom.
Yeah.
We're adults.
Yeah.
We just throw shit in there. My clippers and my chin, to throw it in there. Open all the drawers, are completely organized. Like to the T. All her makeup is like totally organized to the T. I was like, that's cool. Yesterday, she's been doing laundry and stuff, and like I saw the towels, and I was getting down with my list, but I was still had a little bit of energy, so I'm gonna fold these towels real quick, and we did it together.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to go put them away, and she organized the entire closet in there. I'm like, girl, I don't know what's going on with you, but keep it up.
She nasty.
Right? No.
For the aliens.
For the aliens. Get ready for the aliens. Here's some things you need to remember before we wrap up for the day as we wrap up here. The National Empanada Day. Go have one. A Japanese company has created a concept for a robotic horse powered by a hydrogen engine and equipped with AI. It's a long way off, but in the future, you could be riding a robotic horse.
I was just watching that video.
Wilbur, they're now going to AI me. I can't believe it.
So now you
A
know.
horse is a horse, of course, unless it's
Look at
powered
this
by
It just
hydrogen.
looks like a tall dog. It looks like the
Look
tall
at that
dog.
thing.
It's the future. We're all going to be
Where's the video?
fighting each other on rideable dogs. 79 of Americans have placed or plan to place a sports bet, and 54% usually place multiple sports bets a year.
Mm-hmm.
80% of America is now sports betting. Welcome to the world. 92% of side hustlers say the gig economy is just getting started.
The what?
The gig economy?
I don't know what that is.
I don't either. This is odd. Workers at the Texas Department of Transportation don't have enough parking at the office, so they're parking illegally in fire lanes.
Yeah.
In a new poll, 28% of Americans say they don't care much at all what happens in the stock market.
Well, you got to kind of care a little bit.
The gig economy refers to a labor market characterized by short-term contracts and freelance work, often facilitated by digital platforms where individuals earn income from temporary on-demand assignments rather than traditional full-time employment.
Like Fiverr.
Gig, that's what I do.
Fiverr, Uber,
I do
DoorDash.
gig. I'm a gig. I gig it all. I'm gigging now.
You gigging it out?
I'm gigging it now. Giggity, giggity.
Giggity,
Giggity, giggity. Giggity, giggity. There is a video going viral showing some kids stuffing their younger brother inside an arcade claw machine to steal the toy prizes. A mystery artist has gone viral after spending the past month putting Crocs on statues in New York City. And a skydiver's parachute got snagged on a rugby stadium's roof in France. Then he had to be rescued.
Mm-hmm.
And your good news stories, I'll give them to you here in a quick. Here are a few good news stories for you. A group of frat guys in Mississippi reunited a woman with her dog that went missing 5 years ago. And a bunch of GOP lawmakers in Idaho shaved their heads and support a Democratic colleague who's battling breast cancer. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is what I have for you on this Tuesday morning. We've enjoyed spending the last 2 hours with you, giving you the updates and all the things that you need to know about the day. Good morning, Colonel Longnuts. Great to see you.
Mm-hmm. I've got something I wanted to share.
Well, let's go. I got a few moments. What do you got?
Okay, so I know that you've been talking about, like, you've got, like, those tickets to go see the Epic Universe.
Yep.
So I've been seeing, like, all these really cool things coming from it already, and I wanted you to see this thing because I think it is so cool.
I think we go in May.
May?
We're like one of the first days open. One of the first 3 days. As an annual pass holder, they gave you first rights to buy tickets.
There they go. They
Check
shoved him in the machine.
this out. So it's in your TikTok chat, Sean.
See the little one inside the machine?
Oh, is this putting a kid in the machine?
Yeah.
Go full screen on this. Let's watch. This is great. How did he get in there? Do they have the beginning?
Oh, he's taking everything.
Show it back. Show it back. I want to see him put him in there. Show full screen. I want to see full screen. There we go. I saw a guy doing it with a magnet. A big, powerful magnet. Damn, he rolling right up in there, no problem at all. He's like, I got this.
Player. He's a team player.
All right, I've done this before, Mom. Here you go. Take this Pikachu. I want this one.
Take it. Take it.
Look, Mom just being okay with it. Or is that another kid? Oh, it's another
That's another kid.
All right.
Yeah.
Mom's there with a purse, watching it.
Yeah.
He's just like, okay. Anything good?
Well, the thieves are called remains unclear.
He's going back down.
I'm getting out. Here I come with a coat and jacket on. He didn't have to slim down to get out.
Imagine if you get stuck in there.
Like, leave your coat behind, bro. All right, there you go. That's great.
Team
That's nuts.
player.
What are you going to show us?
Okay. Sean.
Peroni. It's a great beer. I like it. I drank it before. Is this what you're showing me, the Peroni commercial?
Look at him. I want you to see this guy.
What are you going
There's
to show
two
me?
of them. Look at how freaking cool this is. Go back to the beginning because that's the best
I'm
part.
doing it. I'm-
He walks out. He literally walks out. It's one of those robo dogs.
It is, but it's been
Dragonized.
right.
Look at how freaking cute that is. Check him out. I mean, like, that is so cool.
That's cool. We're pumped up about it. My boy Vinny just went and he I said this is what I said. I sent him a text message.
Mm-hmm.
I said, and this is so everybody knows. What's up, Rich? How you doing, buddy? Let me see here real quick. What was I talking about? What was I talking about?
The Epic Universe.
Oh, all right, Vinny. Yeah, Vinny. I want to repeat the message. I said Epic on a scale from 1 to 10. He said 8. Dark Universe World and Super Mario Nintendo World are 20s.
Oh, the dark. I saw the thing about the haunted house, and they went all out. Like, they have Frankenstein and
I guess all the media nights they weren't allowed to videotape, but now all of a sudden they're allowing people to videotape. But yeah, it opens May 22nd. I think we're there May 23rd.
Yeah.
Actually,
how exciting!
Yeah, that is exciting. We're pumped up about it. And it's one of those things you're like, oh, do we want to come off these? Like, it's hard to buy tickets to someone you know you have annual passes. You know what I'm saying? We could get a hotel to save our life, though.
So you got Super Mario Dragon.
May 24th, 2 days after it opens. We'll be there day number 3.
Look at that.
Right.
It's going to be awesome. That's pretty epic.
Right. It is epic. And
it is epic.
Right. And what's funny is they have an amazing hotel. The hotel they have on property at Epic is like next level. But you ain't get a room there, not for a year.
That Dark Universe looks so cool. They said that it was probably the best. Like, one guy was saying the best dark ride.
I'm cool with lines. I'm cool with all of it. I'm good. Let's go. I'm all right with it. Like, whatever I got to do. Like, I'm all right with it.
May is still cool enough. It's not going to be too terrible.
Look at that.
So awesome. Look, Universal's a great time. I love the amusement parks. I love being able to be here. Like, that's great. I can't wait. It's going to be a good time.
Do it.
I'm pumped up about Epic. I am also pumped up about this Friday. Don't miss it. Actually, I just found out that Katie Bohannon's going to be joining Tommy this Wednesday, so she'll be here this week as well as we talk all about the Tommy Bohannon Foundation, and all the.
Is she bringing a baby? Baby.
So I just had a great time, and this Friday is the Tommy Bohannon Playmakers Tailgate Party.
Yeah.
And I want everyone to come out and have a great time and donate and buy silent auctions and buy the live auction and come be a part of the 360 experience and all the things that we got going on, man. It's going to be a really good time.
And they've got a good bands playing, too.
Right, they do. They have Chase in Denver. And who else? Oh, and the other one. I can't remember the other
Wilkins.
one.
Chasing Denver's friends of mine.
I like choosing Denver, too.
Right. It's going to be a good time. And I can't stress enough that you need to come on out and be a part of it and see what Big Mama Radio and Big Events Florida have donated to the cause and be a part of it. But I can't underline the amazing Bobby Holloway this past weekend.
Yes.
And the people that came out and for the live auction and the event
Did you
in Jug
win
Creek
any
Marina.
auctions?
No, I didn't. I didn't have time to bid this year.
Yeah.
It was there was a lot of technical issues where I had to like have somebody turn the music down so I could talk and da 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 da.
Go back and
I was just doing the mic. I didn't have a control over everything else. So who's here?
I don't know.
Who's coming? Who's coming to visit?
Got it.
We might have a visitor before we sign off. I might have to check that out.
Thinking.
Right. But and then after that, I got to enjoy the St. Francis Gala, which was fun because it was during the Gators game, their semi game.
Yeah.
And there were so many Gator fans. They had 4 televisions set up through this thing, and the
So you're
priest
watching
and the
sports and
principal were
everything.
trying to be understanding of that.
Yeah.
But some of the fans were not.
Oh.
They were being obnoxious about it.
They were
Right.
being extra.
Right. So not obviously not a guest.
No, they had a friend walking by.
All right. That's all I got for you guys. I hope you have an amazing day. Get out, do something fun. Tonight I'll be at Drug Free Lee for the Drug Free Lee Coalition Red Ribbon ceremony. And tonight Desi will be throwing it down at Pod Sports Cafe for trivia.
Nice.
And that's all I got for you guys. You guys have an amazing day. Do something fun. Get all out and live it up. And remember, when that repo man comes for the car, don't forget to
Save the radio.
You're listening to the Joshua Tree Stream. Let's go. On Florida's favorite radio station, Big Mama Radio.
Hey there, Fort Myers. This is Jamie, the general manager at Dixie Buick GMC, and I've got a secret to share. The best kept secret in town. We've been proudly owned by the same family for a whopping 90 years. Dixie Buick GMC. That's right, 90 years of commitment to our community. And here's the kicker. Absolutely no dealer fees or market adjustment fees. We believe in transparency and giving you the best deal possible. Now, here's an exclusive deal just for our Big Mama Radio listeners. Mention that you heard it on BMR and you'll get $1,000 off your purchase. Yes, you heard it right, $1,000. Dixie Buick GMC. Find us conveniently located on US 41 in Fort Myers. Visit our website at dixiebg.com to check out our extensive inventory or swing by for a test drive. Dixie Buick GMC. And if you want to chat with someone who knows their stuff, give us a call at 239-330-9918. Dixie Buick GMC. Don't miss out on the Dixie Buick GMC experience, where tradition meets top-notch service. Dixie Buick GMC, family-owned, fee-free, and fantastic. See you soon, Fort Myers.
Is your yard looking cluttered with dead branches, overgrown limbs, or trees growing too close for comfort? At Joshua Tree Inc., our team is here to handle all your tree care needs. Whether it's shaping, removal, or improving the health and safety of your landscape, we provide free consultations and estimates to find the perfect solution for you. When you're ready to revitalize your landscape, trust Joshua Tree for top-notch, reliable tree care services. Call 239-888-6817 or visit myjoshuatree.com. Let's make your trees and your landscape look their best. We're here to help. They say Southwest Florida is the lightning capital of the world. So it only makes sense that the firm that knows Southwest Florida the best is Lightning Realty Group. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or rent, Lightning Realty Group is a full-service brokerage. They even offer complete management services for your property. So put them to work for you. Lightning Realty Group, taking Florida real estate by storm. 239-201-2951 or lightningrealtygroupllc.com.
Are you tired of endless waits at the auto shop? Frustrated with vague diagnosis and lengthy repair times? Look no further than Leading Edge Auto Care. At Leading Edge Auto Care, we're not just another repair shop. We're a family-owned and operated business, serving Cape Coral since 2009 with trust, expertise, and commitment to getting you back on the road faster. With our 9,000 square foot facility equipped with 7 lifts and cutting-edge diagnostic equipment, we're ready to handle any issue. Minor tune-up, major overhaul, we've got you covered. Our ASE certified technicians use the latest technology to quickly pinpoint solutions, saving you valuable time and money. We only use top quality replacement parts, ensuring your manufacturer's warranty remains intact. Leading Edge Auto Care, where cutting edge technology meets real world experience. Call us today at 239-242-2277. That's 239-242-CARS. Let us get you back on the road faster than ever. Check them out at leadingedgeautocare.com. Leading Edge Auto Care. Trust, experience, and efficiency, all under one hood.
The sun is shining and Sunday's here. March 30's marked on my calendar clear. At Calusa Sound, where the fun runs deep. Good vibes promised and memories to keep. Barbecue, bands, and brew.